Hello students, welcome to Power Tutorials. So as exams are coming nearby, we'll solve few previous year's questions, that is from 2025 board exams. So today we are going to start with 30/4/1 set. Okay, so and today we are going to cover section A and B questions, which are, that is, MCQs, which are question like marking 1 mark questions, and section B, which are very short answer questions. I can say this is for 2 mark questions. Okay, so we're going to answer all these questions, 1 marks and 2 marks. So let me just give me 1 minute so that if anyone wants to join, they can join it. So this set is taken from 2025 board exam. Okay, so let's start with the questions. So today we're going to cover 20 plus 5 questions. So we're going to also cover the optional part, which is OR part, which is also mentioned in the same question paper. So let's start one by one. So who are watching this video later, I always suggest you to pause this video at this point, try the question from your end, if not question, and try that question, because the main part is to practice for the exam, not to solve it right now or something, because whichever you want to, in the main exam also you'll have many questions, and if there can be cases for few concepts you might feel confident, for few concepts you might not feel confident. So for those which you have confident, you can do it faster and move to the next question. If you are not, if you have any doubt, you can check the solution. Okay, so let's see one by one. First question. So first of all, I say I will convey my greetings to every students who are writing their exams in the next month, which is on February. So all the best, do well. At the same time, be practice well, and if you practice more, then only you will get more confidence. Okay, so the confidence matters a lot when you're writing any exams. Okay, so let's continue. X equal to AB cube and y is equal to a cube b, where a and b are the prime numbers. So prime numbers are the ones which does not have any common factors between them. And then, prime numbers are the one which has only 0 and 1 as factors. For example, 2 is a prime number, 5 is a prime number, 11 is a prime number. Okay, so and then HCF of x y minus LCM of x comma y. So what is HCF? HCF, if we have the prime numbers like this, and simple, HCF is nothing but the common value. So here what is common for both? It is A is common and B is common. What about LCM? LCM does not mean for common. Whichever the prime numbers are there, you have to just consider the highest power. So here A is the prime number, so highest power of A is A cube, and we have B as a prime number here, and highest power of B is B cube. So HCF is AB and LCM is A cube B cube. Okay, so let me just write it again. HCF is AB and LCM is A cube B cube. So what they are asking, HCF minus LCM. So HCF is AB minus A cube B cube. If I take AB as common, I'll get 1 minus A square B square. So 1 minus A square B square, I can rewrite it as A minus AB, 1 minus AB into 1 plus AB. Okay, so we understood how you solve this equation. This equation very easy, and this is from the first chapter, real numbers concept. Okay, let's move to the next second question. 1 plus root 3 whole square minus of 1 minus root 3 whole square is. So for this you have to use a minus b whole square, a plus b whole square, and a minus b whole square. A plus b whole square is a square plus b square plus 2ab, so which is plus 2 root 3 minus of a square plus b square minus 2ab. So here I will get 1 plus 3 plus 2 root 3 minus 1 minus 3 plus 2 root 3. So here 1 3 minus 1 minus 3 gets cancelled. So final answer I'm getting it as 4 root 3. So 4 root 3 is irrational. So if it is irrational and they are asking positive irrational, why? Because you're getting a positive sign. Okay, let's move to the third one. The value of a for which ax square plus x plus a has equal and positive roots. Okay, so if you have equal and positive roots, so b square minus 4ac should be greater than or equal to 0. Okay, so for this, for the equal to condition means b square 4ac should be equal to 0. So first of all equate that. So here a value is a, b value is 1 and c value is a. So let's use b square 4ac equal to 0. So b square is 1 square minus 4, a value is a and c value is also a. If I write it equal to 0, let's see what is happening. 1 minus 4a square is equal to 0. So I will get the a value as plus or minus 1 by root 2. Sorry, 1 by 2. But in the options, there is no options like both has to be correct. Why? Because as clearly mentioned, this should be greater than or equal to 0, not less than equal to 0. But still, we have one more condition. We can use it. So sum of any two positive values is always positive. So sum of roots should be roots is positive value. So sum of roots is positive. Means what is sum of roots formula? Minus b by a. So here what is minus b by a? Minus of b is 1 and a value is 1. Sorry, a value is a. So minus 1 by a. So this value should be positive. So a value should be negative. Because minus is also there. So minus 1 by minus will get positive value. Hence the answer is minus 1 by 2. Okay, if we use only this condition, you get 1 by 2 and minus 1 by 2. But we don't want 1 by 2 and minus 1. We only have only one option because the sum of roots is also positive because both are positive roots. So if you find this, minus 1 by a is the sum of roots. So if you a should be negative to get this value as positive. Okay, let's move to the fourth one. The distance of point A from x-axis is 3 units. Which of the following cannot be the coordinates? Okay, so if I say this is the x and y axis, it is distance from x-axis. So somewhere it should be here where the distance from y is 3, or it can also be here where the distance of y is 3. So it can be y can be plus 3 or minus 3. Y cannot be any other value. So here you can find y is plus 3, y is minus 3, y is plus 3, which is here the y is 1. So this value is correct. Because they are saying cannot be the coordinate. So this 3 comma 1 will lies again somewhere. If I say 1 2 3 is the axis, then okay, somewhere here the point is present, which is 3 comma 1, where this distance is 1. Okay, the distance from y axis nothing but the y coordinate. So distance from x axis nothing but the y coordinates. Here the distance of y is 1, so this cannot be the distance of 3 units from x axis. Always remember, distance from x-axis is y coordinate and vice versa, which can say distance from y-axis. If they are asking, it will be nothing but x coordinate. Clear? Let's move to the fifth one. The number of red balls in a bag is 10 more than the black balls. If the probability of drawing a red ball at random from the bag is 3 by 5, then the total number of balls in the bag. So here we have bag which is containing of two types of balls, which are red and black. So saying red is 10 more than black. Okay, red balls are 10 more than black if the probability of drawing a red ball at random. So P of R they have mentioned, P of R is 3 by 5. So what is probability? Red balls by total number of balls. So what is the total probability? Total probability is always 1. So simply if I say red balls, which is 10, sorry, okay, red balls I can directly write. Red balls is 10 plus b, and total balls is 10 plus b plus b, because black balls I have to include. This is equal to 3 by 5. Okay, so if I take LCM and cross, or else simply if I do cross multiplication, I will get 50 plus 5b is equal to 3 times 30 plus 3 into 2b is 6b. Okay, so if I move 30 to the left side, 50 minus 30 is 20, 6b minus 5b is b, so b value is 20. R will become 10 plus 20, which is 30. What is they're not asking R or B, they're asking total number of balls. So it should be 30 plus 20, which is 50. Okay, let's move to the next question, which is sixth one. The value of P for which the equations have infinitely many solutions. Okay, for infinitely many solutions, what is the condition? A1 by A2 should be equal to B1 by B2 should be equal to C1 by C2. So why all these conditions? Why it is infinite? Because for infinite, the lines should be coincident. Okay, so if it is parallel, 0 solution. If it is coincident like this, then it is infinite solutions. If it is intersecting, then one solution or unique solution. So same, using one question, we are solving three concepts. If it is coincident, then all three should be equal. If it is parallel, only these two should be equal and not equal to C1 by C2. If it is intersecting, then A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2. Okay, for this case we are asking infinitely many, which is coincident case. So let's write P by 12, which is x coefficient, by y coefficient is 3 by P, and the constants P minus 3 by P. Okay, if I use this condition, I will get P square is equal to 36. So from here it will be showing plus or minus 6, but we have to satisfy this other condition as well. Okay, so let's check this condition. 3 by P is equal to P minus 3 by P. P gets cancelled out. So this I will get P value as 3 plus 3, which is 6. So here if I keep P as minus 6, then this condition will not satisfy. But this all three should satisfy. A1 by 2 should be equal to B1 by B2 should be equal to C1 by C2. Hence P should only be 6. Okay, you can also cross check for a second. P by 6 is 6 by 12. 3 by P, which is 3 by 6, and P if I keep 6, I will get 3 by 6. You can find it here, all are equal to 1 by 2. Hence the answer is only plus 6. Okay, let's see 7th question. Triangle ABC and triangle PQ are shown in the adjoining figures. They measure the angle of C. So if you find this type of questions, there is a clear indication that these two triangles are similar. But still, you can write how they are similar. If you notice here, AE is 3.8, this is 7.6, AC is 3 root 3 and this is 6 root 3, whereas BC is 6 and PQ is 12. So here I can see AB by RQ is equal to BC by PQ is equal to AC by PR. All are equal to what? It is equal to exactly twice. If the corresponding ratios are equal, then all the triangles are, both the triangles are similar using SSS property, where each side are proportional. Okay, so which triangles are similar? ABC is similar to not PQR, because A is referring to R here, so it is R. B is referring to which one? AC is 3 root 3, so RP is 3 root 3, so C should be P, and which is nothing but Q. Okay, B is similar to Q. Now what is this angle? 80 plus 60 is 140, 180 minus 40 is 40. So if P is 40, then C is 40. You can see here exactly correspondent. Okay, the answer is D. And this is negative here, so minus root 3. What about 3 tan A? 3 into tan 60 is root 3. So minus root 3 is not equal to 3 root 3. So this is wrong. Tan 45 into 2, tan 90. Tan 90 is infinite. Infinite cannot be equal to 3. So this is also wrong. Only option is D, 30. But still you can cross check. 2 into 30, which is tan 60. Tan 60 value is root 3. What about 3 into tan A? 3 into tan A is tan 30, which is 1 by root 3. So what is 3 into 1 by root 3? Root 3. Hence the only option which is satisfying this condition, which is tan 2A is equal to 3 tan A, is 30 degrees. Okay, let's move to the ninth one. So I am saying again, whoever watching this video later, not in the live session, so pause the video, try it, solve it, then see the solution and cross check whether you're doing correct or wrong. If you're just seeing this video, then it will not happen. You have to practice, do by your own, and then see the solution, then you will get confidence. Okay, because while seeing this video you might feel that this is easy, that I understood, I can also solve it, but if you do practically on the notes, then you will feel much confident. Okay, which of the following statements is true? Sin 20 greater than sin 70, wrong, because sin values always increase from 0 to 90. Okay, whereas sin value from 0 to 90 increases, whereas for cos angle 0 to 90 it is just opposite, where it decreases. Okay, cos 20 is greater than cos 70, correct. Sin 20 greater than cos 20, no. Tan 20 greater than tan 70, no, because sin and tan always, okay, here I can also write tan also is correct, because from 0 to 90 tan value also increases. So sin and tan increases from 0 to 90, cos and cot decreases from 0 to 90. Okay, let's move to the 10th one. A 30-meter long rope is tightly stretched and tied to the length top of a pole to the ground if the rope makes angle 60 with the ground height. So this question relates to the applications of trigonometry, which is heights and distances. Okay, so long rope is here, which is tied to a pole, and the rope is making an angle of 60. They're asking height. So we have opposite side and hypotenuse, so we have to use sin theta. Sin theta is opposite by hypotenuse, so simple. Sin 60 is opposite, we need to find, which is h, by the length of rope is 30. So what is sin 60? Sin 60 is root 3 by 2, h by 30, 2 ones 2 15s. So the height of the pole I got it as 15 root 3 meters. Okay, so for revision I will just write all the others. Sin is opposite by hypotenuse. What about cos? Cos is adjacent by hypotenuse. I will write tan as well. Tan is opposite by adjacent side. I hope you already know what is the other three values, because cosecant is opposite of sin, secant is opposite of cos, and cot is opposite of tan. Okay, next move to the 11th one. On the top face of wooden cube of side 7 centimeters, hemispherical depressions of radius 0.35 centimeters are to be found by taking out of the wood. The maximum number of depressions that can be found is, okay, so consider this is the top of cube, okay, and this they have mentioned as 7. So what is other thing? The hemisphere depressions of radius 0.35. So what is radius is 0.35, so diameter will be 0.7. Okay, so simply if I say 7, I will consider this as a small hemisphere. Okay, and this diameter is 0.7 centimeter. So how many this type of hemisphere? It will be 10. Why? Because 0.7 into 10 is 7. So horizontally I can have 10 hemispheres. Same way vertically also I can have 10 hemispheres. So total how many hemispheres I can have? It will be 10 into 10, which is 100 hemispheres. I'm repeating again. Diameter of one hemisphere is 0.7. So this is 0.7. So how many this 0.7s I can have here? Because the total is 7, so I can have 10 hemispheres on one line. What about vertical line? Again I have to have 10 centimeters, because for cube all the sides are same. Okay, so here horizontally 10 and vertically 10, so total I can comprise, it is nothing but 10 into 10, so total I can get 100 hemispheres to arrange to an particular area, or else I can also say 7 into 7 area should be equal to number of hemispheres into 0.7 into 0.7. So I will, sorry, n in, yeah, correct. So the n value now it will become 100. Okay, so this hemisphere is nothing but the small square, I can say, because I'm not considering about the depth, I'm only talking about the horizontal area. Okay, move to the 12th one. The cumulative frequency of a calculating median is obtained by adding the cumulative frequencies of all till classes preceding the median class. Okay, so what is the formula? L plus n by 2 minus Cf by f into h. So this is the formula we have to use to calculate cumulative median using the formula where L is the lower limit of the median class, n is the total number of values, by 2 we have to do, and Cf is the cumulative frequency till preceding class, f is the frequency of the median class, and h is the range or the limit we are using. Okay, next 13th one, mean median, because this is very important, this will be coming for sure for every board exam. This is a very easy formula, we call it as empirical formula. Mode is equal to 3 median minus 2 mean. So this is very important and it's very easy formula, and I'm saying it is damn sure you'll get at least 1 or 2 marks from this formula. Okay, so they're asking mode, so directly substitute what are the median values. Median is 11, mode mean is 10, so 33 minus 20, which is 30. C is the right answer. Let's move to the next one, 14th. The adjoining figure AB is the chord of a larger circle touching the smaller circle. The center of both the circles is O. If AB is 2R and OP is R, then the radius of larger circle. So this is also easy question, but it's related to tangents concept. So if you notice, this is the R. What about AB? AB they're saying 2R. So this is the midpoint here because this centers are concentric, so this part and this part will be equal. So I'll write this as R and this is also R. What they're asking, the radius of larger circle, so this they're asking AO. Okay, I'll write in this way. This is A, this is P, and this is O. Okay, so this is our AB is 2R. So I will say AP is R. We are asking AO, so it is root of R square plus R square, which is root 2 R square or root 2 R. D is the right answer. Okay, as it is concentric circles, AP should be exactly half of AB. Okay, let's move to the next one. A parallelogram having one of its sides 5 centimeters circumscribes a circle. The perimeter of a parallelogram is. So if a parallelogram has to circumscribe exactly a circle, then this parallelogram is nothing but a rhombus. Okay, so I am calling it as rhombus because all sides should be equal. If all sides are equal, then the perimeter is very simple, 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, which is 20 centimeters. So the perimeter of the parallelogram is 20. Or else in the questions you might have solved, prove that a parallelogram circumscribing a circle is a rhombus. That type of question will be coming. So here it is the proof that it has to a rhombus. So here one side is 5, so all sides should be 5. The perimeter is 20. Let's move to the 16th. E and F are the points of AB and SC respectively of triangle ABC. Okay, let's take a triangle ABC. Okay, you have a triangle ABC and they're saying we have 2 points E and F on this way. Okay, ratio is 1/2. Fine. Which of the following relations is true? Okay, so if you notice these triangles AEF and ABC are similar. Triangle AEF is similar to triangle ABC. How I am saying? Angle A is equal to angle A and angle B is equal to angles E. Why? Because if these ratios are same, this using inverse of BPT, we can say that EF is parallel to BC. If lines are parallel, then the exact angles are equal. Angle E is equal to angle B, same way angle F will also be equal to angle C. Okay, so as these two are similar, then I can write exact relations, that is SSS property, that is corresponding ratios or ratios of corresponding sides are equal. Then for AE I can say, okay, I will write in this way, AE by AB should be equal to AF by AC should be equal to EF by BC. Okay, what is AE by AB? AE is, or else I can say AE is 1, whereas AB is 1 plus 2, which is 3. AB is 3, AE is 1. So this is simply equal to 1 by 3. So I can say that EF or BC is equal to 3EF. BC is equal to 3EF. Here, D is the right answer. So using this I can write BC is equal to 3 times of EF. Okay, so this is little lengthy, but if you do it faster, then you can solve it within 2 minutes. Okay, next one. Which of the following sets is true for a polynomial of degree 3? Degree 3 means at most it can have 3 roots, 3 distinct roots. Okay, at most 3 distinct roots, correct. So always remember, based upon the degree, you can say how many roots it can have or zeros it can have. Okay, let's move to the 18th. Pair of dice is thrown, fine. The probability that the sum of numbers appearing on the top is at most 10. So whenever you are seeing at most 10, it's not like equal to 10. It can be less than or equal to 10. Okay, so simply what I will do is I will simply subtract total probability minus greater than or equal to greater than 10, not even equal to. Okay, then I will get the total probability, which is having less than or equal to 10. So greater than 10, what are the cases to get for dice? It can have 5 6 or 6 5 or 6 6. So simply it is 1 minus 3 by, what is the total cases for 2 dice? It will be 6 into 6, which is 36. 3 by 36 is 1 by 12. So 1 minus 1 by 12. So the final answer is 11 by 12 is the cases where you will get less than or equal to 10 as a sum. Okay, next move to the 19th. Assessment reason. So assessment reason questions are correct and the correct explanation. Second, both are correct but wrong explanation. Third, A is true, R is false, and D, A is false, R is true. So always remember, A and R cannot be false. So at least one should be true. So when you are in your question, if you are getting doubt that both are false, if you are getting both are false, then your indication that somewhere you are going wrong. Okay, both cannot be false. Either one can be true or both can be true, but both cannot be false. Okay, so 4 power n ends with 0 with some natural length. Okay, this is false. If one is false, then directly I can check A is false and R is true. The option is D. No need to think for second option. Okay, because I already told you both cannot be false. Either one has to be true or both can be true. But here I got A as false, so definitely B should be true. So A is false, R is true, answer is D. So these are the cases where we can save your time and utilize for other questions. Okay, let's move to the 20th, which is last question of section A. Tangents drawn at endpoints of a diameter of a circle are always parallel to each other. Yes, it is true. The length of tangents drawn to a circle from a point outside the circle is always equal. Yes, this is also true. But are they related? No. So the answer is B, where A and R are true but not related to, or R is not the correct explanation of A. Okay, let's move to the section B, where it is 2 marks questions. Algebraic elements, we can have two methods, elimination or substitution. But if I always say in my previous series as well, if they haven't mentioned to use elimination or substitution, we can use any one, and I always suggest to use elimination method. Why? Because elimination method, the process is little shorter when compared to substitution, and even the calculation part will be a bit easier when solving elimination method. Okay. What about here? We have 30x plus 44y is equal to 10. The second equation is 40x plus 55y is equal to 13. So if you notice here, if you just divide by 2, this whole equation becomes easier, because 15x plus 22y is equal to 5. Okay. Now what I will do is, I will make y coefficients as same for both the equations by simply multiplying this with 5 and multiplying this with 2. Okay, so now we will get into 5. If I do, it will become 30x, sorry, 15 3 5 75, 75x plus 110y is equal to 25, and this equation becomes 4 to 80x plus 110y is equal to 13 to 26. Okay, so now this is the one equation and this is two equations. So simply do 2 minus 1 so that the y terms will get eliminated. Now it will become 80x minus 75x is 5x. 110 minus y anyway got cancelled. 26 minus 25 is 1. So simply from here I will get x value as 1 by 5. Substitute x value, will get y value. So which is 30 into 1 by 5 plus 44y is equal to, what is the value here? 10. So 5 ones 5 6. So 44y is equal to 10 minus 6, which is 4. So y value is 1 by 11. So the final answer, x comma y, I got the value as 1 by 5 comma 1 by 11. Okay, let's move to the next one, second question. So in the second question you can find we have two things, either you can solve A or B. So if you have this type of question in exam, make sure to solve only one whichever you feel confident, because even though if you solve second, that will not consider for marking. You can do, but still it will not be considered for marking. So always make sure to write only one which you feel much confident, and whichever you feel confident, make sure to do it first if you want to do for both the questions. Okay, because as per CBSE rule, they clearly mention whichever you answer first will be considered for marking. Okay, so let's solve both. Let's start with A question. 1.5 meter tall boy is walking away from the base of a lamp post which is 12 meters height. Okay, so this is 12 meters high, and we have a boy which is 1.5 meters, is running at a speed of 2.5 meters per second. Okay, he is running. So simply, how much he is closer, that longer will be the shadow. If he is running like this, then the shadow also will get decreased. Okay, speed they have mentioned, speed is 2.5 meters per second. Okay, and how much length of shadow they are asking? After 3 seconds. So after 3 seconds, what is the distance he traveled? Distance equals speed into time. So 2.5 meters into 3 seconds, which is 7.5 meters is the distance he traveled. So this is 7.5. But shadow will not be here, shadow will only be here. So this I will mark it as x. Okay, I will write it, mark the points which is A, B, C, and this middle I will mark it as D and D. Okay, so as per heights and distances, we can clearly say that ADE is similar to triangle ABC. Why? Because A is common and this DE and BC are parallel, so definitely this angle and this angle are equal, and this angle and this angle are equal. I will simply write triangle ADE is similar to triangle ABC. Why? Because angle A is equal to angle A and angle B is equal to angle D. So using A similarity, I can say both are similar. And how these are similar? DE is parallel to BC. Okay, so now we have two similar triangles, so we have to find x here. So using similar triangles property, that is corresponding ratios are proportional. So I will take AD by AB. So AD by AB is equal to this corresponding side, which is DE by BC. DE by BC. So what is AD? AD is x. What about AB? AB is 7.5 plus x. What about DE? DE is 1.5, this is 12. So 1.5 by 12. So just cross multiply, you will get 12x is equal to 7.5 into 1.5 plus 1.5x. Okay, 12 minus 1.5, I will get 10.5x is equal to 7.5 into 1.5. So if I divide by 15, 15 ones, 15 sevens are 1.5. Sorry, 10.5. So the x value I got it as 7.5 by 7. If you stop it here also, you'll get full marks, but still let's resolve it little more. 7 ones 7, 0, 5, 0.50, 7 sevens 49. So this answer is 1.07 meters. Okay, let's move to the next one. Okay, before going to the next one, we have to solve the B part as well. So what is the B part? In triangle ABCD, side AD is produced to E and BE intersects CD at F. Prove that ABE is similar to CBF. Okay, let's draw the parallelogram. A, B, C and D, and AD is projected to E. So AD is projected to E and it is intersecting at F. They are asking to prove ABE CBF. ABE is similar to CBF. Okay, first thing I can say angle A is equal to angle C. Why? Because these are opposite angles of parallelogram. So opposite angles of parallelogram and opposite sides of parallelogram are also equal. So first thing, angle A equal to angle C, we got it. So second thing, if you notice, angle E and angle B are equal, which are angle AEB is equal to angle FBC. Why? Because these are interior alternate angles. Okay, because DC is parallel to BC. As DC is parallel to AB, I can get AB is equal to FBC. If two angles are equal, then I can using AS similarity. I can say triangle ABE is similar to triangle CBF. Okay, don't write equal to, it is not congruent. These are just similar, so which is just a tilde symbol you have to use. Okay, let's move to the next one, which is 23rd question. Find the coordinates of point C which lie on the AB produce such that AC is 2BC. Find the coordinates AB. Okay, this is the coordinate geometry question where we have 3 points on the line AB. So we have the first point is A, second point is B, third point is C. They are saying to find the C point, which I will just write it as x comma y. A is minus 1 comma 7 and B is 4 comma minus 3. AC is twice of BC. So simply I can say these are 1 and 1, or simply B is midpoint of AC. So what is midpoint formula? X1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. So minus 1 or okay, x1 plus x2. x1 is minus 1, x2 is x by 2 is equal to 4. Same way 7 plus y by 2 is equal to minus 3. So if I solve this, minus 1 plus x is equal to 8, so the x value is 9. What about here? 7 plus y is equal to minus 6, so the y value is minus 30. So I got the c value, which is 9 comma minus 30. So always remember, if they say one distance is twice of other, then simply the midpoint, the second point is nothing but the midpoint of that points. Okay, let's move to the next one. 24th question. So here we have two options, either A or B you have to solve. Let's solve one by one, and always remember, whichever you're confident, you have to solve it first. Okay, so first I will solve A part now. It's cosecant. So for cosecant I will write it as 1 by sine. Okay, so the first step is sine A plus 1 by sine A whole square plus cos A plus 1 by cos A whole square. So if I do, what is a square plus b whole square? A square plus b square plus 2ab. So sine square A plus 1 by sine square A plus 2 sine A into 1 by sine A. So this I will get it as 2 plus cos square A plus 1 by cos square A plus again 2 into cos A by cos A, so 2 is equal to, we have to see. So if we add, what is sine square A plus cos square A is 1 as per first trigonometry identity. So 1 plus 2 which is 5 plus 1 by sine square A plus 1 by cos square A. Okay, so if I take LCM here, 5 plus cos square A plus sine square A by sine square A cos square A. Okay, now we can do one more thing. No need to take LCM, just cut it again. So next step I'll write in next slide. So this becomes 5 plus cosecant square A plus secant square. So as per trigonometric identity, we have first one is cos square A plus sin square A is equal to 1, or second one secant square A is equal to 1 plus tan square A, and cosecant square A is equal to 1 plus cot square A. So I'll simply replace cosecant square A as 1 plus cot square A and secant square A as 1 plus tan square A. So this I will get 5 plus 1 plus 1, which is 7 plus tan square A plus cot square A. So the answer is 7. Okay, let's move to the second B part. B part is very easy because this is simply asking to substitute the values. Okay, so 3 sin 30, 3 into sin 30 is 1 by 2 minus 4 into sin 30 whole cube. So minus 4 into sin 30 is again 1 by 2 whole cube. Okay, by 2 sin square 50 plus 2 cos square 50. So if I take 2 as common, I will get sin square 50 plus cos square 50. So what is 3 into 1 by 2 is 3 by 2 minus 4 into 2 cube is 8 by 2, because sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So 3 by 2 is nothing but, calculate it as 3 by 2. 4 by 8 is again 1 by 2 by 2. 3 by 2 minus 1 by 2 is 1. So the final answer is 1 by 2. So whenever you have options like this to prove something or to directly substitute, then always go for the substitute question, because if we already know what are the trigonometric ratios, that is 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90. So simply substitute that, you'll get the direct answer. So instead of proof or values, always go for values. Okay, so let's solve the last question for section B, which is 25th question, and this is related to probability. Two friends, Anil and Ashraf, okay, are born in December month, fine, in the year 2010, very good. Find the probability that they share the same date of birth. So what is same date of birth? Same birthday. So in December, how many days are present? December month has 31 days. So if they're having same day, same date of birth means both should have same birth date. So it should be 1, but total chances 31. Same has different dates. For different dates, I can simply use 1 minus the wrong probability, or 1 minus same case. So same case I already have, which is 1 by 31. So 1 minus 1 by 31 is 30 by 31. Okay, so in this way all the questions from section A and section B are solved. So in the next video I will try to cover section C questions. If possible, section D are also try to cover in the same video. Okay, so whoever watching this video, I already covered 2 sample papers, which is 30/1/1, that 30/3/1. So those I have kept in my sample paper solution, sorry, not sample paper, previous year solution playlist. So if you want to refer those question papers, those I have completely solved with starting from section A to section E. So if you are referring for the full paper solution, you can refer those videos. And for this set also, I'll try to prepare for section C, D and E mostly on Monday. Okay, so let's meet again together from on Monday with section B and C. Okay, so thanks for watching. If you have any doubts with respect to the video or any questions, if you want to get any solutions or tips, kindly mention in the community section of my YouTube channel. In the mobile, if you are using, then you will definitely easily see the community section. So there you can go, and you can, there are also so many MCQs are present. If you want, you can solve them. If you have any doubt, directly post that question as an image. But only thing is, you have to subscribe to my channel, then you will get that option to add any question in the community section. Okay, so thanks for watching. Let's meet again on Monday with section B and C questions. Thank you.